Hello, we are live here. So just remember, if you are watching live, just don't forget to leave here your comments, where you are from, even if you are watching that class replay of the class. Oops, sorry. I have to turn off something. Yeah, that better. So let me know. Let me. Whoa, some issue here. Can you see as we are live? Let me turn off some microphone here. Uh-oh. Just right noise. Maybe that's okay. Yeah. No, not yet. Technical problem. USB, iPhone, USB. Maybe it's better. Yeah. Let me mute. Okay. Okay. Let me know, guys, if you can hear everything clear now. Where you are from, where you are watching that class, if you are watching on YouTube. Just let you know that the topic of the class today, it's improvisation is not talent. I'm always telling you that improvisation is not talent. It's something that we learn. And I developed a methodology to teach to support students from everywhere to develop that amazing skills, improvisation. I'm going to talk a bit more about my experience, but I'm performing internationally for over 20 years, and thanks, thankful for the improvisation. Because of the improvisation skills, I was able to join different jam sessions, perform with different groups, even composition. Even composition. Most of the composition are made during improvisation. Not modern songwriters, even Mozart, Bach, classic composer, everything through improvisation. Okay, so it's a skill. So we have to learn a skill, and on that class I'm going. It's just remember that's a warm up class for the event, the Sax Creative Experience. So um on 10th March until between 10 and 7th March, we have the Sax Creative Experience. So don't forget to join uh, to register for that event. Okay, I'm right here on the comment. marcelocuco.com/SCE. So you can rest there on the comment. Can you see on YouTube comments? Just click there and register. We have a lot of lessons, live classes, and a full week where I'm going to show you how to develop improvisation skills, even from zero, even if you don't know how to play saxophone. Okay, so this is for complete beginners, sax players who feel stuck, musicians who know scales but can't improvise, players who want clarity instead of guessing. Okay, that class is for if you have that profile, that's for you. What you will understand today: why improvisation feels difficult, why scale alone don't solve it, what creates musical safety, and the foundation of structured improvisation. Clear? So engage here. Tell me if you can hear everything. It's so important for me to know that everything can work well. It's a live class. If you are just arriving, let me know if you can hear well. It's very important to have your feedback because it's a live class. You can have some technical issues, so it's very important to hear you. You can engage with me during that class. Okay. So about me, just a small introduction. If you don't know me, I am professional saxophone player. I play other instruments also, but mainly saxophone. For over 20 years performing internationally in cruise ship, luxury events, yachts, music festivals. As band leader, I also play original songs, perform in pubs. I'm based in the UK now, but I'm originally from Rio de Janeiro, Brazil, but I'm based in the UK. I live in the UK for over approximately 6 years. I live in other countries. So I have experience performing in different settings. So I have bachelor degree in music education, master degree in popular music and practice, and I am creator of the Sax Creative Improvisation method. And that methodology I developed during my career. I'm going to share during the Sax Creative Experience Week. Yeah, so don't forget to register for the Sax Creative Experience. You can learn a lot. So the big lie, you are either born with improvisation or you are not. It's completely lie. Because we learn improvisation is a skill. We have to understand, for example, the sound, the harmony. I'm going to explain you here. The function of the songs, the sounds. We have to mix it we have specific orders. And on that class, I'm going to tell you that idea. Okay? It's a skill. It's like a kind of math. It's the math side of the music. Okay? Why most players struggle? For example, most students think that we have to learn a major scale, a classic major scale, and then just play aleatory songs. For example, I have my saxophone here. For example, a classic C major. So some people think that improvisation I can play the notes aleatorily, or fast, or playing the same scale C to C, up and down, but not it. You can develop a lot of mechanical exercise, articulation exercise, but it not necessarily mean improvisation. Improvisation is where we have a structure, we have chord progressions. I'm going to explain here what it means. Okay, so we have patterns. We have to understand the function of each note. It's important to learn scales, yes, because we have to develop embouchure. We have to play before improvising. We have to know how to play. C, D, E. We have to know. Okay, so once you learn the C major scale, that's perfect. We can start to improvise through the major scale. Okay, but before we have to understand how improvisation works. Okay, music doesn't happen in scales. We can use a scale, okay, but we are not playing scales. We are playing the functions. The scales are made by degree. When we are playing C on the C major scale, we have a specific function for C, and the D on the C major scale, we have a specific function for that also. Okay, so music happens in the chords. Okay, have you heard about chords? Let me know in the comments if you have heard about chords. What mean chords? How music actually works. Scales. A scale is made of degree, as I told you before. If you are playing C major scale, C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. Each note represents a degree. C is the first degree. D is the second degree. E is the third degree. G, is the fifth degree. So each note represents a specific degree, and the degrees has functions. It's like football. Or if you are based in US, soccer. So we have the defensor. What's the function of the defensor? What's the function of the striker? What's the function of the midfield? They can go everywhere? No, they can't go everywhere. They have specific functions. And the scale is the same. Each note represents a degree, and each degree represents a specific functions. Okay? And then these notes are represented by chords. How can we build the chords? It's superposition of the. Just remember, if it's complex for you, don't forget to register for the Sax Creative Experience. Okay, it's a lot of classes to make you ready to learn improvisation, to learn saxophone through improvisation. Even if you are a beginner, completely beginner, if you don't know how to play nothing on the saxophone, that the Sax Creative Experience can help you to learn the saxophone through improvisation. So don't forget, I'm going to write here again on the comments. If you are watching on let me write here, marcelocuco.com/SCE. So don't forget, that is a warm-up lesson to make you ready for the Sax Creative Experience. So let's return here. When we are playing a C major scale, we have 7 notes, okay? And each note represents a degree. And, hello JV Williams. And each degree has a specific function, you know, like football, like soccer. Okay, we have defensor, we have strikers, midfield. So this C is the first degree, and the function is tonic. We can have the tonic. The tonics means the house, the key, the most. It's not the most powerful, but the function of the first degree is house. Is return to, you know, you are home. How can we beat it? Superposition of thirds. C is the first, D is the second, E is the third. Okay, so we have C first and E third. Okay, that's superposition of thirds. C, E. And if we skip another degree, we have G. So we have C, E, G. That's the triad of C. That's the triad of the first degree. Okay, and if we are playing the second degree, we have D, F, A. Okay, superposition of third. Okay, first degree, second degree. Okay, so that's the superposition of thirds. That's how we build the triads. Okay, so we have the C major scale and 7 notes. Each note represents a degree, and each degree has a function, and each degree has also a chord. Chords built by superposition of thirds. Should be triads if we are using 3 notes, or tetrad if we are using 4 notes, but always superposition of thirds. Okay. So let's test it playing just let's play a random scale. Random scale. On random notes, let's play all the notes of that scale. C major scale. It looks music. No, because it's random. I'm playing all the notes without reason. But now let's play just the notes of the chords of the first degree. C major, playing just the notes of the C major. As I told you before, C, E, G. Let's play it. Okay, so I play just three notes. Notes of the chord of C. Remember the superposition of thirds, the triads. So it looks much more musical than play songs without rules. Okay, this is the chord of the first degree. Okay, so that's just our introduction. In the other classes, I'm going to explain you how to add other chords. You know, for example, the first degree, as I told you, has the sensation of home. That when we are playing that chord, I mean, the notes of that chord, we are bringing the sensation of home. Another chord, for example, can bring the sensation of like a isolation, sensation of isolation, tensive isolation. You know, like a history. When we are, for example, reading a history, we start the history at home. Everything looks safe. Everything looks beautiful, and then something happened in the history. Something changed. I don't know. Maybe an accident happened. You know, uh, something happened. You are not more comfortable in the history. You know, that's the same in music. We have a chord to give some kind of tension. You know, and then we have, for example, the biggest, the big boss, the moment where the hero has a battle against the big boss. You know, the climax, the you know, music is the same. We have a chord for each moment in music. Music is the same. So during that week, I'm going to give you classes to explain how it works in music. So don't forget to register for the master class. Let me write here again in the comments. marcelocuco.com/SCE. Just remember, it's a warm-up class. I'm not going to explain you everything here because we need many classes to make it clear. Okay, so that's just an introduction, a warm-up class for the Sax Creative Experience Week. So you can rewatch that class again. It will be on my channel, so you can watch when you want. So what actually changed? It's not talent, it's not speed, it's not complexity, just harmonic awareness and structure. In that class, we are understanding that improvisation, it's the game of playing the notes of chords, and each chord has a function. okay, like football. We have function for each chord, and we are playing with it, you know. So we have some kind of standard, some uh, pattern. Uh, During the history of the music, we developed pattern to make music beautiful. You know, it's like architecture. So I hope that class can give you how everything works. You know, you don't need talent. You have just to understand how everything works. Okay? So the core principle improvisation is knowing which notes at which moment over which harmony. We have to understand the harmony. Okay? This should relax you. You don't need to know 20 scales. You need the right order. Few notes. Can you see on my example? I played just 3 notes and sounded much more musical than playing infinity notes. You know, because it was just one chord. But when we understand even deeper, we can add notes of different chords and play with different tensions, different functions, you know. So you need the right order, you need few notes, you need clear harmony, you need confidence. So you will develop confidence once you understand it. I know in one class it's hard to understand, so you can watch that class and also register for the Sax Creative Experience Week, where you can learn a lot about it. Okay, what we will explore next? Why certain chords progression always work? How emotion changes with modes? How beginners can improvise safely? Step-by-step structure. So that is why I'm developing it. It's a free event online. Join the Sax Creative Experience. You can join it from everywhere. It's online. This was just a warm-up. It's a warm-up class. Register now. marcelocuco.com/sc. Let me write again on the comments. marcelocuco.com/sc. So you can register there and be part of that journey and learn saxophone through improvisation. So guided session, structured progression, clear exercise, community support. Once you register there, you can join also the WhatsApp group. Okay, so just remember, improvisation is not talent, it's structure. It's structure. And structure can be learned. We have to learn to understand the harmony, the function, the chords. There's a lot to learn. Yeah, maybe we are learning, for example, language. We have to understand the meaning of the words, the function of the words. Music is the same. Music is a language, you know. So we have to discover it. The math side, we have to be able to understand it, to be able to improve, to communicate musically. Okay, so that's it. I hope you enjoyed that warm-up lesson. If you have some question, just ask me here. I can stay just a few minutes more to answer you some question. If you want to ask me something about that class, I can stay here a few minutes more. Ask me everything you want. If you have some question about that class, feel free to ask me here. You have some question? Someone have some question here? Okay, so even if you are watching the replay, you can write in the comments if you are watching the replay. Not necessarily you have to stay here online to ask me question. I can come here later and check if someone asked me something. But that's it. Don't forget to register for the Sax Creative Experience. A lot of classes to help you to understand how works the magic of the improvisation. And you can for sure learn saxophone not necessarily you have to be able to play the major scale, everything. No, you can start from zero. Okay. uh, if you have the saxophone, much better, because you can practice, but not necessarily you have to. You need the saxophone also, because these practice are more theoretic. Maybe you can get inspiration uh, to start to learning saxophone after that week, because the week, the sax creative experience start on 10th March. It will be 1 week, but we have also many warm-up class. So don't forget to register now, so you can receive the notification of the warm-up class. Okay, some question, you have some questions, some question about that warm-up class? No? No? Okay. Any questions? That's okay. Okay, perfect. So that's it. Thanks for watching, everyone. Uh, I'm leaving here now. So don't forget to register. Don't forget to write me if you have some question. See you soon. See you in the other warm-up class. It's tomorrow. Tomorrow is the next warm-up class. So don't forget also to subscribe here in the channel to be notified. Okay. So thanks very much. See you tomorrow. Bye bye.